At 11, protesters gathered at the Ohio Statehouse today demanding Governor Mike DeWine declare a state of emergency in East Palestine. Good evening to you, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBC 4 at 11. I'm Kerry Charles.
I'm Colleen Marshall. That demonstration comes just one day after Governor DeWine requested a disaster declaration extension to FEMA about that derailment.
NBC 4's Caleb Michael has more on the concerns of East Palestine residents.
Some 4 months after the train derailment in East Palestine, many residents say they are still dealing with the aftermath of it. Today, protesters came out hoping to push lawmakers to seek more assistance for those affected.
I don't feel forgotten. I know I'm forgotten.
Today, members of the group Unity Council for East Palestine Train Derailment organized a protest at the Ohio Statehouse. They say the conditions in East Palestine are still not safe, although testing of the village's drinking water has not shown any signs of contamination associated with the derailment.
We're starting to see seizures in adults and in children, skin rashes, all different types of ailments,
and are demanding action.
Our kids are still sitting in these toxic chemical soup that Norfolk Southern created. Like, we can't keep waiting, and that's why now is the time to take action.
Protesters called for Governor DeWine to declare a state of emergency so FEMA resources can be brought in. But FEMA has already said East Palestine does not qualify for traditional aid. On Tuesday, Governor DeWine filed a second extension for a major disaster declaration to allow for a full assessment of the situation. Speaker of the Ohio House, Jason Stevens, made it clear today they're doing what they can.
And we want to be here, as part of the solution, but I think it's important that, the railroad company, Norfolk Southern, does their part to, clean up their part.
But for East Palestine residents like Jamie Wallace, she feels the damage is already done.
Your sentimental items, your pictures, no. I mean, how do you give that back? How does Norfolk Southern make that right? How do they give me back my peace, my security, my sense of home? Like, that's all gone. They can't make that right ever.
And is pushing for FEMA to send more resources.
I would much rather have our government taking care of us than the person who did this to us.
The extension filed by Governor DeWine ensures that if East Palestine qualifies for FEMA funding in the future, that they get it. Right now, it is set to expire on July the 3rd, but the governor is asking for a 120-day extension beyond that. Local for you at the Statehouse, I'm Caleb Michael, NBC 4.